It's a 106-year-old masterpiece that's become the identity of our state, the Capitol building. Our team at News 3 Now wanted to answer the following question. How much would it cost to rebuild the Capitol building today?
It's truly one of a kind. The artwork there, unique design, the rarity of the materials used in its construction, all of course play a role in the value. And our Catherine Merck found out the price of perfection.
Every stone here has a story.
It's the building that defines the capital city as we know it.
There are a lot of state capitals, and ours is way up there with some of the finest.
If you walk through the halls inside of it,
symbols all over the building.
The stone, marble, and artwork.
So this is the governor's conference room.
Make it,
that is Liberty,
picture perfect.
No matter your political bent, this is the people's house, and people are tied to this building.
Can you put a price on that? Well, they had to do it more than once before.
This is the third Capitol building that's been built here. That second Capitol building burned down in a fire.
At the Wisconsin Historical Society archives, you can find some of the original documents and pictures that created today's Capitol.
I love this photo of the workmen carvers carving these stone figures that go along the base.
Back then, each plan was painted.
There's hundreds of blueprints.
And designs were hand-drawn.
The entire new Capitol took several years to construct.
Some of the earliest contracts for the artwork give us a little clue of the total bill.
There's at least a down payment of $100,000.
That specific contract comes to more than $2 million today, and that's only one part of it.
Building of that type is going to be probably $1,500 per square foot.
Locally operated construction company Findorf was behind the dome we see now.
It would be spectacular to be involved if it had to be rebuilt, but it certainly would be challenging.
The intricate details are what would make it difficult to rebuild.
Finding the people that do the gold leaf work and find the people that do the plaster work, that you have to look around the country to find the right people to do that.
When we asked Findorf to give us an estimate of what it would take to do the job today,
I would think it'd be around $1 billion.
Of course, there are a lot of factors to consider when trying to figure out the so-called price of perfection. However, the closest we can get to an actual answer comes from the building's insurance information.
The value is much greater than the sum of its parts.
The state says the current insured value for the building is $650 million. Once you factor in the rarity of the materials and the keepsakes inside, the true replacement costs are closer to $2 billion.
Replacing it is like trying to replace a loved one. We could do it to a certain extent, but it just wouldn't be the same.
It's a common question.
The tour guides kind of like to joke that it would be priceless because you can't replace that marble in that quantity anymore.
Each snapshot shows the state in ways we can hardly say or pay for.
Would taxpayers be willing to fork over hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars?
Would it look like a Jeff building?
The price of perfection can be calculated, but to create it the same way all over again is what you can't redevelop. Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.